Hello all, this is DW World. Today is the 12th March 2020 and I would like to do a small coverage on the financial market. And today there's no whiskey, no XO. Alright, I'm in the corporate office and this is the coffee. Alright, put a coffee mug in the souvenir given by my alma mater. Alright, this morning when I woke up, I received a lot of queries and questions from a lot of clients asking me last night what happened to Dow Jones, and now the market closed with another 1,000 points on daily basis, and people are getting worried. So this session is going to be very short, and I simply want to cover on three major things, followed by some chart things that I'm going to show you. Okay, first thing is everybody talk about central bank cutting rate. Is this really going to help the market recover? And secondly, will crude oil price recover, all right, from this current trend that is going down lower and lower and lower? And thirdly, what is the best to buy now? All right, stay tuned. Thank you for coming back. Okay, as you know, last night the Bank of England cut a 50 basis point, or we call it 0.5% benchmark rates, okay, bringing down the total rates to 0.25% now. Okay, and this is actually following the action that the US Federal Reserve cut a 50 basis point last week, very unexpectedly. And secondly, US federal policymaker last night announced that they will add another 175 billion US dollars into the repo lending market for interbanks overnight. And the purpose of this is to increase the market cash liquidity in the US banking market. All right, and people ask me, when every central bank or even the IMF is implementing a US $50 billion as a stimulant to fight the coronavirus, can this really help the market? And my answer is yes, but over short term, because by cutting rates and by issuing a grant, okay, this may not be a real money or real cash going to the market until you're going to get into some business activity, and that becomes the incentives of claim. All right, so same thing here. By cutting rate, it simply means that the investors or citizens are getting less interest rate from the banks. So naturally, they will take it out and put it in the stock market or to increase spending. All right, so cutting rates is probably seen as a short-term stimulant to the market. All right, second question here. Will crude oil price recover? Looking at the trend that is going down rather rapidly now. Okay, last weekend we all know that the Saudi Arabia has been talking to Russia, all right, for a combined effort to cut the global oil production, and this is actually helping to increase the demand and to reverse the price up. Unfortunately, Russia refused to agree, all right, with the suggestion, and Saudi Arabia is getting a bit angry, all right, and they are actually going full force. Instead of cutting the global supply, they are increasing the supply. Currently, they are talking about bringing up the daily production from 12 million barrels up to 13 million barrels per day. All right, so Saudi and Russia are going for a full competition now on full throttle. All right, this is what we call a red ocean strategy, when everybody is cutting the throat of each other. So eventually, the last one standing in the market will be the winner. But how true is it? Nobody knows until we expect to see WTI crude prices coming back down, probably to $35 or $27 again, and rebound after that. All right. But at the end of the day, what we are looking here is that the real competitor of Russia and Saudi, or in fact the OPEC countries, are not among themselves, but I would think it is US, because US has been the largest producer of shale oil at a very low price, okay, low production cost, that actually has been threatening the oil producing country for last many years, at least about a decade. So as long as US is continuing to increase their shale oil production, all right, no matter how the OPEC countries or Russia they are going to cut the production or increase production. Probably we believe that it will not help a lot in oil price recovery. So if you ask me, this year itself, year 2020, what we are looking at crude oil price, I would think the downside probably will go back to $25, and on rebound, the recovery to the upside will be anywhere around $38 to $40 until the end of this year. All right, so just make sure you stay prudent and vigilant in controlling your losses if you happen to trade crude oil. Okay, now the last thing, third question, very interesting. People ask me, what is the best to buy now? Looking at everything is falling, things are falling apart. In fact, my analysis and the way I look at the market is taking Dow Jones, for example, from the record high of 29,600 just barely 3 weeks ago, and he has plunged down to the current low of 23,600. That is about 6,000 points. So if you are talking about 6,000 points, that is about 20%. For any reasonable market correction, I think we are almost near to the bottom and time to pick some good component stocks or the blue chip and wait for a good recovery. So if you ask me, what are the things to buy? Well, when everyone else gets panicked and want to move out of the market, this is the time that you should be entering market and look for good bargain hunting. All right, for example, if you ask me what is good to buy on Dow Jones, all right, if you are not able to take the swing and the high risk of trading in Dow Jones futures, perhaps you can go for ETF. All right, I believe, and I remember last week I did a podcast, okay, with the title of is Joe Biden more superior than coronavirus? You can refer to that video. And I did mention that the 3 times leverage ETF on Dow Jones, which is under the symbol of UDOW, okay, UDOW, is an ideal instrument that you can look at now. All right, and of course, another second instrument that you would like to consider is take a look at US dollar index. US dollar index has been falling rather rapidly from 99.5, all right, just about 2 weeks ago. And it is trading now somewhere near 95 or 95.5. I think for US dollars, we are soon to see a rebound, okay, going from here, and it will be no harm, and there will be a little risk if you start to pick the bottom now. So the next part of this video, all right, I'm going to show you just the chart of Dow Jones and UDOW and dollar index. Okay, stay tuned with us. Hi, welcome back. I'm going to show you on the Dow Jones chart, all right, as you can read here, Dow Jones Industrial Average Index, all right, from the very top, dated on the 13th of February, all right, that's about less than a month ago, okay, from the high side, 29,600 plus, the market has actually fallen down to the current low of 33,500, all right, and that's about 20% from the top. Okay, if you look at this, all right, I could even change it to a weekly chart, all right. As you can see, the weekly chart has actually touched the EMA, or we call the exponential moving average 200 weeks, all right, which is a very good support. However, even if the market happens to swing around here for another 1 week, all right, 5 to 7 or 8 market days, it's going to rebound soon. So don't worry too much, okay, 不要害怕, all right. As long as you control your risk, I think it will be safe to pick some bottom here on the Dow Jones, all right, and that's on the Dow Jones Index. Next thing I'm going to show you on the 3 times leverage ETF, which is the UDOW, okay, as shown here. All right, if you look at this, this index has fallen from the high side about 138 index points down to the current bottom of 64 or 65, all right, which is a very good buy if you are looking at, that's almost a 50% devaluation. And we expect the market to pick up, okay, with a pace of 3 times higher when compared to Dow Jones soon on its recovery, All right, so this is something that you can consider. And next thing, we will come to the dollar index as I have promised you. All right, look here. Dollar index, I mentioned earlier, all right, from the top of, where was the top? 99.80, sorry, it's 99. Okay, not 99.5, but 99.8. It has come down and it took a dip below 95 to this bottom 94.6. And now is trading at about 96.30. Okay, dollar index, as you can see here, all right, it has simply come off too fast, all right, on a double bottom in the past 1, 2, and this is a third one. So we are expecting the market to do some sideways before it recovers back up to at least this level at about 97.6 to even 98. All right, so when dollar index recovers, it will as well put up the Dow Jones for a healthy recovery. All right, one more bonus for you before I go. And lastly, let's take a look at WTI crude. And I think everyone should look at the crude prices now. Okay, with the dispute and conflict between Saudi Arabia and Russia, all right, Russia, we are expecting the crude oil prices to be weak. All right, and in fact, the Red Ocean price cut just begun. All right, we're expecting the market to go down further. How low can it go? Let's take a look at a weekly chart and scale out. All right, the last low that was formed, okay, at about 25 to $26 bottom was here. That was in 21.6 early February. All right, so this is based on a weekly chart, which means sometime next week or within another 1 to 2 weeks, we're expecting the WTI crude prices to fall before it rebounds. Okay, so if you plan to pick some bottom in the crude oil prices, we suggest wait a little longer. All right, so thank you for watching us, and today we have given you the answer on the when central bank cut rates, can it really stimulate the economic recovery, and how low can crude oil price go down, or when can we pick up some crude oil price, and lastly, what are the best things to buy at the current moment. Okay, so this is DW channel. If you like us, subscribe to us. All right, like us, subscribe to us, drop us some comments, and of course, don't forget to share with the friends, colleagues, families, or people that you care for. All right, I shall see you again next time. Bye bye.